I'm Johnny Woodbury of the Flap Attack.
And I'm Jesse Friedman from Team Chef.
And we're bringing you the pregame show live from the opening day of the International Flappery League.
But today isn't any day for us to be doing this. Today is actually what we've called International Flappery Day. And the reason for that is not only because...
Wait a second, Jesse. Wait a second. You're telling me that the International Flappery League is starting on International Flappery Day?
It is.
Is that not a crazy coincidence?
It's an incredible coincidence.
That is a crazy coincidence.
But it's not just cool because of that. It is cool because 1 year ago today, on a table in Prescott, Arizona, the game of Flappery was first invented.
Now, when you say a table in Prescott, Arizona, would you say a table like this one here?
No, it was not a table like this. It was actually a picnic table under a ramada. It was shady. It was nice outside, too.
So the table on which Flappery was born.
Yes.
And it's not just any table.
But we were bored. I mean, we had pretty much nothing to do. We were
much
kind of
like the table.
Yes, the table was relatively bored too. And so we were just sitting there at this table, didn't really know what to do with ourselves.
No, mute it! Die!
All right, so we're good. It
sounded pretty good though.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I like hearing.
I have to say that was a pretty sexy voice coming through.
I think your voice is
rich,
pretty
sonorous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we were sitting at this table. We had nothing to do. There was a basketball on the table.
Not this table.
Not this table. That's true. I can't say it was this table.
Yes.
It was ways away. But
we were sitting at
there,
that table.
Didn't know what to do, and so I think it was actually a member of our church just started putting his elbows in what we call orthodox position today, and he just started hitting the basketball. And from there, we stayed up until 2 in the morning, I believe, coming up with rules and ideas for this amazing game of Flappery that has now been invented.
Now, of course, since then, the game has migrated away from being a basketball to a duck.
And do not call it a volleyball because
it's not a volleyball.
We will shame you if you call that a volleyball because it is a duck.
Now, you must know that in Flappery, one of the leading things is no shame. But if you call the duck a volleyball,
there's always shame.
We will shame you for perpetuity.
This is true. So with that, we are going to go into a rundown of all of the thugs that will be playing in the IFL.
To clarify, a mob is like a team, but don't call it a team. And a thug is a player on that team, but don't call him a player, because not all the thugs are.
Exactly. So we're going to start with the Chumbawambas.
The Chumbawambas will be playing the much superior team, Flap Attack. But of course, I am not biased.
No, of course not. And so they have James Anderson. And
James Anderson.
Yes.
James Anderson is the captain of the Chumbawambas?
He is the captain.
He is the chief Chumba.
He is the chief Chumba.
Stop! I mean, I love the sound of my own voice, but only one at a time.
We're having some technical issues here on the IFL opening day pregame show.
Opening day.
But it's opening day, so that's our excuse. We're allowed to have little flaws here. So next, after James Anderson, we have Paul Stanton, Tatum Landis, Cameron Carver, and Isaac Shapiro.
Now, Cameron Carver brings a particular set of skills to the alley, does he not?
He does. And he also brings a certain degree of height.
Cameron Carver, we call him the carving knife. Cameron Carver will cut through the opposition.
He will cut through the opposition.
And grant no mercy.
No mercy.
To the opposing mob.
He has actually stated in a pre-Flapperical IFL press conference as saying that he was not worried in any way whatsoever about his opponents, and that is a bold statement because we have some pretty good thugs hanging around in the IFL, but he was not worried at all.
But he should be, because opposing him in the first round will be Flap Attack.
And Johnny is not biased. Just want to clarify that.
No. Now, of course, the most important and most famous player on Flap Attack is the, well, it's me, Johnny Woodbury. But of course, the captain, the chief flap, is Sam Friedman.
This is true.
To whom you bear no bias.
No, not at all.
In fact, if anything, it's sibling rivalry, so he doesn't like him.
That's true.
And along with those two extremely fit people,
extremely fit,
we're joined by Daniel Hill, Melissa Manning, and Bethany Thielen.
And Daniel Hill is questionable for today. We're not sure whether he will make an appearance or not.
But if he does, he's not to be missed. Daniel Hill is the greatest defensive player in the entire International Flappery League. He's a veritable hill of opposition.
I see what you did there.
What? What did I do?
So, also, Johnny Woodbury, I would say, is probably one of the best. I'm sure you would say he's one of the best.
Of course. And he's little known and hardly ever mentioned, especially by us.
Of course not.
Opposing the Chumbawambas after their glorious victory,
or not,
but seriously, will be Team Chef, headed by the inimitable Jesse Friedman.
Oh yeah, inimitable. I don't even know what that means.
It means that no one can imitate you.
Oh, okay.
Because no one is as short as you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Or as awesome. Okay, and Jesse, how about you introduce the thugs on your mob?
We have Andrew Eaton, Josiah Friedman, Nathan Hill, and our recently acquired thug, Tyler Jenner, who may or may not make an appearance tonight.
Is he really recently acquired if he isn't really here?
He is.
Would you say that
he's
he
acquired
is soon to be acquired?
In the long-term sense for the league, he is recently acquired as of yesterday.
Tyler we might call a proto-acquisition.
Yes.
Now, do any of the thugs on your mob have anything of particular value? I hope not.
I do.
Oh, darn it. Okay. Now, playing Flap Attack after their second glorious victory over the feeble Team Chef will be the Jaybirds.
And they have Mason Landis, Abby Anderson, Ben David Saver, and Jay Morales. However, playing in place of Mason Landis for today will be Grant Jones.
Or as I like to call him, Grant the Man Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the summer of 2013, Grant the Man Jones once scored 7 in a single game.
That's actually quite average. No, it's not.
I wasn't saying it was impressive.
I took it by your tone of voice, okay?
The final 2 teams to introduce on this International Flappery Day, which coincidentally is opening day of the International Flappery
League. Didn't have anything
League,
to do with it.
are the 2 lesser mobs, Legion and Franchise.
Ricky Manning, Kevin Teplet, Carter Cascades, Nick Woodmansey, Dominic Torquato represent the Legion of Legends.
And of course, Carter Waterfall Cascades.
Waterfall. Now explain Waterfall to me. I'm curious.
That's his nickname. It's not a pun.
Oh, okay. Most of what you say is a pun, so I naturally assume...
I never make puns. I never make puns.
Alright, so the franchise. They're playing the franchise, which is a rather strange name considering the, as in there is no other franchise.
No. I think it's franchise.
Is it?
There is no definite article prefixed.
But that is because
name.
it is abbreviated on this glorious iPad.
Well, if
it is not
the definite article is so crucial to the name, it would not have been abbreviated thusly.
That is possibly true. However, a member of the franchise was not responsible for the creation of this document.
True.
And as a result, it may not accurately reflect their team name.
So, who are the thugs that compose the mob franchise?
They have Nathan Johnson, Tyler Leha, Isaac Giesling, Andrew Johnson, and to be announced. Wait.
Andrew Stonewall Johnson.
To be announced may or may not be an actual player. There are question marks, 3 of them to be exact. Around.
No, don't you know Tubi?
Yeah, Tubi is actually a thug name. Who knew? It's actually a name of a person. I would like to see their birth certificate.
To be undecided announced. Undecided.
That's their middle name. To be undecided.
No, nickname.
Oh, okay, it's a nickname. So it's in quotes. Okay, I see where you're going. Quote marks. All right.
And that is our rundown of each thug on each mob and what they bring to the Elay.
Each thug on each mob. Well said. So, now that we have gone through our rundown, I think it's only fit that we make some rather unbiased predictions for every matchup. Game 1, who do you got?
Flap Attack over Chumbawamba's 5-2.
I'm so surprised. Wait, 5-2?
5
Because
to
we're
2.
actually playing 3 separate composures.
Oh.
It's not just one composure, it's 3 separate composures.
I knew that.
Yes, of course you did.
5-2 both times.
Okay, so they're gonna win 5. They're gonna win. Oh, okay, so both times. I see where you're going.
Chumbawambas versus Chef.
Team Chef. Totally.
I would also agree.
That's a no-brainer.
In 2 or in 3?
2. We will probably
Team Chef
never
in
allow
2.
them to score.
Flap Attack against the Jaybirds. Flap Attack in 3.
Definitely not biased, folks.
Legion versus Franchise. Do either of us even care?
No, not really.
But of course, we're not biased,
Nope.
so we'll pretend to care and make a prediction.
All right. I'm going.
I'm gonna say Legion over
of Legends.
Franchise.
Legion over. Okay.
Carter
3
Waterfall, Cascades,
composures.
and Ricky Manning.
How can you not
Quite the team.
lose to Carter Waterfall Cascades, especially given his fabulous nickname that you have allotted him?
Clearly. And that's the lineup for International Flappery Day, the opening day of the International Flappery League.
And it's not a coincidence.
Not a
Not a
coincidence.
coincidence.
No, it is a coincidence. Darn it.
Oh yes.
In a
that's
stunning
true.
reversal.
Yes.
Anyway,
A
we'd
stunning
like to
reversal,
thank
we switched
you, our dear viewer,
Our dear viewer, you will have a fun night.
for joining us again today, as you have always in the past. In my dreams.
No singing is allowed. On
No, but
the
when you say
pregame show.
"in my dreams," you
Oh,
have to sing it.
Oh, okay.
like that's just how you say it.
understandable.
I wasn't
So
singing.
that's natural
Yeah.
for human beings to sing in my dreams rather than just.
How
sing.
did you do that?
Oh, that was bad.
That was odd.
I totally just went against what I was saying. That's a paradox.
A paradox, a most
paradox.
ingenious paradox.
Oh yes.
See, if I had wanted to sing, I would have sung that.
Okay. You can sing that.
Tune in again next time for more Flappery. And follow along during this International Flappery
It will
Day.
be fun. You will have an enjoyable night watching all of these
I
different teams.
guarantee
Actually,
it.
mobs. I should not say teams.
You might have less fun watching Chef than Flap Attack,
Oh no,
but that's
not
their
happening,
fault.
man.
Thank you, and good night.
That has been the pregame show.
That has been the pregame show.
This has been the pregame show.
This has
See, I
been
have
the
to get, I have
pregame
to
show.
get, I have to get it right. So, that's all we have, folks.
Are we done?
Hope you have fun.
Did you turn it off? How long ago did you turn it off?
It's fine. People love it. It's just like
Alright.
people are
So is there no way to flip that back? Oh,
Welcome back, folks. We're getting ready to start up our first round. First, our home team will set up and sit down, and they'll be able to choose accordingly who they want to set up. That way they can have the most strategical opposition set up. Away team is sitting down now. Flap Attack now has their chance to strategically place, and they have wisely chosen Sam to be their middle. An excellent choice for a chum, with Woodbury on the left. And yes, we do apologize for the confusion with opposite rights and lefts, so the camera will be switched.
Ricky's gonna pray.
All right, we're gonna have our prayer before our game.
Dear Lord, I just want to thank you that you have blessed this game, that the Flapper time is along will now commence at a short here, and that we will have no injuries. We will have joyous competition. In your name we pray. Amen.
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 This is going to be a very interesting matchup, considering that Isaac Giesling has been recently placed in the place of Cameron Carver and Tatum Landis. Very excellent disallowed. Oh, wide over. First wall up. First wall up. Shaky announcements by Constable. They're unsure, but Thugs don't want any trouble. They're gonna release. They're gonna release and start over.
Our constable is Ricky Manning, and our ballyhoo is Jesse Friedman.
So, as experiencing some slight technical difficulties on the side of the ballyhoo, they have decided to cancel all scores and reset for the sake of fairness and honesty. New update coming in. They're deciding to keep the original scores, as that was a quite legitimate wallop they achieved there, and just gonna let the timer go up till its regular time. Play commences. Excellent wallop. Oh, good,
James.
good attempt at disallowance, but is taken off the thuggery. They really have to learn how to shut down that amazing wallop from Sam. It was a wise choice of chimney.
It's an excellent turkey bacon melt. I do say so myself.
Play resumes back. Oh, it's held in contention. And score for the Chumbawambas. Chumbawambas are hopefully being able to hold their lead here. I don't think they'll be able to keep up with defense-wise. Just for the most part. Hopefully they'll just be able to score enough.
Oh.
It was out. Excellent play, though. Oh, excellent banter, excellent banter. Oh, fall is below, in between fall. We all know Paul's not the hardest on the thug side.
James
Oh,
with the
wall
turkey bacon
of
melt.
Chumbawambas. Hopefully, James is always counting his previous statements on rather taking 1,000 stanchions versus 1,000 unminded numbers, also saying that number is just a random variable that he does not care about. But he values the intelligence and decision-making of Stanton in the game, and which is why he turned him off. Excellent pullback, but too much strength from James. Oh, excellent chest, but it's just taken out. No score. Oh, good banter, good banter. It's over. Oh. Excellent disallowage.
Wow,
Excellent disallowage. That was the feat. James is willing to
That's out.
sacrifice life and limb to get that dart. He's a true honest sport player. Won't willing to give up. Aside from the excess falling out by James, how do you think the defense of the Chumbawambas will hold up?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. I feel like if they can hold up, they have a chance to come up with this victory. The Flap Attack have very, very good offense.
As that justice period has been enabled upon, as the buttocks has been removed by James, so they're struggling down to the 2 players. Makes it a little bit more hard to be twixt on the side of the Flap Attack. But oh, excellent drawback. Oh, can they pop it through?
Solid
It is
disallowance.
not. It's disallowed. Oh, excellent pullback. Pullback's waiting. Oh, and just sends it out into the nether. Johnny has a very hard right elbow, which I almost feel like he should be on the right side because his right elbow is so powerful. He keeps winding that up.
Yeah, he has very long arms.
Score for Flap Attack. Play resumes. Oh, excellent disallowage. James is so far holding up the defense extremely well for the Chumbawambas. And scores a wonderful wallop with that turkey bacon mouth. Oh, excellent, excellent banter. Excellent banter. Isaac sends it in. Isaac's offensive seemed to be lacking of late, but his eagerness to send it into the nether makes you wonder if he's just trying to hold off time. Holding for Paul, justice period.
The score right now is 4-4.
Nice and tied up. They've been able to hold their own. A lot of tournament. Ooh.
Wow, some
Was that taken? Was that taken?
miscommunication by the Chumbawambas. It's gonna cost them. Oh, and it's getting called back.
All right, play resumes. James and Isaac trying to hold down the fort. They're trying to pull back and get that hit. Johnny, oh, punches it through, but not a wallop on the outside. Bounces off of Isaac's right shoulder.
Oh.
Excellent. Good wallop for the Flap Attack. And they are really living up to their name, Ben. I mean, you just see those arms going left and right, and they're just getting the scores.
Yeah, Sammy's really leading the team right now.
Going back through,
Oh,
there it
this
is.
turkey
Oh, on the line, there's
Oh, it's
another
line.
score. Flap Attack has taken the lead.
Chumbawamba's got to make a change on defense.
Oh, once again, excellent execution, but terrible on the power. James just can't seem to hold that back, and he gets too much power and just tips over the line. Excellent banter. Oh, James comes under, quickly revives. Oh, he's out. Oh, 18 seconds left. This is pretty intense. Now into hysteria. Oh, excellent, excellent. Oh, wallop for Flap Attack.
Turkey bacon melt.
Very difficult. I'm sure tension is arising as many people disagree with Ricky's very harsh constabulation. But what do you think about that, Ben? Ooh, excellent slide through for the
Yeah, I think that he is a lot different than most constables, but he's just one of those things you got to deal with as a player.
Yeah, it just reminds me of so many other sports where you just get those refs you just have to deal with. But,
Yeah, definitely.
he's very strict to the sport, and we admire that from him. But a lot of players don't like that. Oh, 2 wallops in a row for the Chumbawambas. They are shutting. Sorry, Flap Attacks. They are shutting the Chumbawambas down. Not much time remaining.
Sam just seems unstoppable right now.
Oh, and it's over. Excellent score by James.
James with the excellent
Turkey bacon melt.
bacon melt.
Oh, nice roll back. Oh, it's spinning out, spinning out. Oh, Stan comes in, Stan comes in. Oh, it's a line wallop. Once again, there's that talk that James was talking about. That intelligence, she knows how to hold. Game is over.
That is the end of the first.
Excellent, excellent. Flap Attack takes the first composure, but Chumbawambos will not so easily become. We'll wait and we'll bring you back. Stay tuned, folks. All right, folks, and we are back. Better camera angle for you folks today. And we're starting up the next composure.
Oh!
Whoa!
They already scored. They already scored. I don't remember which team.
Nice gravity. Who's it have?
Oh, just slightly over the line.
For Flap Attack, oh, it was Melissa. Yeah, Melissa has been substituted for Bethany Thielen here on the Flap Attack side, as she's already signed onto their mob robster, so it's completely totally allowed. Oh wow, there's Johnny with that right arm. We told you we should be on the other side, and it was very wisely placed to put him back over there, because that right arm, it just went right through James. Oh, excellent disallowage. Disallowage by James. Stayed buttocks firm to the thuggery the entire time. Excellent play. Excellent disallowage.
Excellent disallowage.
Such amazing defense by James, but it wasn't good enough last time to hold him off.
He's just giving up his body. He wants this more than any other guy out there. Look at that disallowage.
Excellent disallowage. Almost turned into a wallop, but didn't quite pull through. Oh, just barely out. Just barely out, and Sam is visually distraught on that.
Right now, Flap Attack is up 3-0.
Wow.
2-1.
2-1. Wow.
Flap Attack is there. They need 2 scored again. So 3, but they just got I think it's. Did they just score it?
Yeah, they did.
Which team?
Chumbawamba's. Oh! James tries again for that
He's just
bodily
giving up his
sacrifice.
body.
But it wasn't enough. It wasn't. It seems like Sam and that ball, they just have chemistry.
Sam is, if not the best, one of the best in this entire tournament.
Wow.
And it's going to take a lot to stop him.
Definitely.
Although what James has, which many players don't, is heart.
Oh,
He does
yeah.
not stop.
Oh!
Off the roof.
One of the first off-the-roof wall-ups.
Does that count?
Does not even count. We're gonna waiting word from the constable now.
Roof is in.
Wow.
That is a wall-up for the Flap
It makes you
Attack.
think if new teams are gonna try and ricochet off the roof to
Yeah, that could be another
provide some
technique
new.
to emphasize
Oh, what's going on here?
space.
What's going on? Discernment break is taking place to reformat and reset up these chairs.
Right now it is 5-2, Flap Attack in the lead.
But as anyone knows, what makes Flappery such an excellent game, Ben, is that comebacks can happen in mere seconds. I mean, you can come back from 10 points down with 12 seconds to go in Hysteria and win. I have seen it happen. It's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I love Hysteria because the time just stops and it gives you so much more opportunity to score those wallops in dire need.
Oh, it's over. Oh, it's out.
That was a beautiful
Such
turkey
frustration
bacon
on
milk.
the face of Fabio. Struggling here. We feel him struggling. There's Isaac with some flash. Isaac is trying to profess his amazing talent for the game, but is completely unaware that the game hasn't even started. Hopefully his reconnaissance will not come out of play.
There were some laughs there, folks. James with the terrific
Oh, excellent
Two.
point. Excellent wall up by James.
2 wallops in a row by James. Just like we were talking about, there's so many comebacks.
Definitely out into the nether there. Oh, James is trying to get that possession. James pops it up, but it's too much. Woodbury with that strong right elbow pulls it through. Bounces it off the roof, but does not make the wall up.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they're calling roof in now.
Oh, vicious struggle.
Wow.
What an amazing.
With the ham
Oh,
sandwich.
James is clearly distraught. His heart and passion is into this game, and you can just see it emulating from his every effort.
Just like dinner.
It's 6 games. It's like play several games. That determines whether you get to playoffs. Alright, plays resume. Excellent scrimmage. James disallows. Excellent.
I think that landed on the line there. And
No wall up. Oh, wow.
wow,
Good.
that's a very questionable call. I would have to say that hit the line.
I mean, but it's Ricky's constabulatory discretion at this point. We
I mean, it's up to Ricky, but that was a terrific play.
Oh, off the roof.
Oh!
Excellent score. We
Look
gotta
at
give
James with the
claps
turkey
for
bacon
that.
milk.
That was amazing on
That
James'
was-
part. They are really trying to execute this ceiling.
Yeah,
It-
they're not giving up. They're trying to
Excellent
take
height,
this-
excellent height.
Oh.
Those turkey bacon melts are just almost undeniable. Oh, close follow through, over the line, just barely. Oh,
Are we calling it?
discernment break is called. We can tell that James is extremely distraught at this dire situation he's in right now. He wants this more than anyone else, and he's willing to sacrifice blood for it. We may have said this 100 times, but you can just see it in his intensity in his face. And you know he wants it.
Flap Attack is in the lead right now, 8-5, and they just called a discernment break, so we'll be taking a break for just one moment.
We'll be right back, folks. We'll leave the stream open for you folks, but just you can keep watching, and we'll return to commentating once play resumes. Alright, play is resuming. Not much time left. They got 3 wallops to go. Wallop for the Chumbawambas. Wallop for Chumbawambas.
I do believe
They
the score
have
is
2 to go.
8-6.
They can pull this off. They need some extreme power and precision. It is
Oh,
in! Wallop for
that is
Chumbawambas.
in.
They're behind by 1 point now.
8-7. Flap Attack leading.
25 seconds remaining. A lot can happen. Play resumes. Oh! Freeman
They're
comes
just
back
going
with an
at each
excellent
other.
turkey bacon melt. They are still maintaining a 2-point gap that is, it seems unsurmountable in the mind. Oh, amazing slip. No, undisallowed! Excellent. We are now behind by only 1 point, Chumbawambas.
9-8 Flap Attack. It is just
Oh,
turkey.
disallowance!
Disallowance!
Excellent disallowance by James.
That has to be a disallowance.
We don't know what the call is by the constabulary here. There is a lot of tension between James and Ricky. Just a lot of tension. And we've seen this matchup and this happened before, but
And James gets the justice
it
period.
is justice period is called. James is distraught.
Oh, wait.
I do believe discernment break is also
It's
called
a
in.
discernment break.
It's a little tricky to tell what's going on field of play. Man, the tension is here. Isaac is ready for this. You can see it. This is intense. 9-8. Only behind by a point. Dire situation needs. Oh, is well over.
So after reviewing the call, James did not end up getting a justice period. The call was made that he was still in his chair.
Excellent. It is
just
out.
barely out.
With some excellent ball catching skills on the
Got some
outside.
action on the outside.
Those who are eager to watch the coach play. Amazing disallowance by James.
James,
Amazing.
I mean, that has to be at least 5. Just fall back disallowance.
He is just the master. He was willing. And then the rollback. Oh! Paul takes it, lets it roll off the head.
Sandwich.
Once again, he's using his head. James always values him for that, but now quite literally, he's taking it into effect. Oh! Disallowance.
Wow.
Was it through? Was it through before time was called? We don't know. Epic chance of ranting too. James is ecstatic. Is it going to be?
9-9.
But I believe the ball was in the air. We're gonna have to go back and watch this. The ball was in the air when he called time. Was it betwixt? Was it close enough?
I believe that it was betwixt.
Oh. Wow.
So is that game over?
That is game. They are willing to accept James very unwillingly accepting this.
I thought you were going to like, yeah, you looked all
Excellent game. Excellent. Anything else to say bad about this game?
I-
Other than the fervor of James in this.
I feel like these were both very tough fought. James had some terrific defensive plays, which they very well needed. But I feel like Sam is just too aggressive right now for their team to defend. So that's why they came out on top.
Yeah, and I mean, when we're coming up again with just constabulatory discretion at this point, it makes you sit and makes you wonder. But, James was really, really apprehensive on the quality of that call. But that's what happened. So,
Yeah.
well, thanks, folks, for tuning in. We will put you to break and return you with the next set of composers with our new teams.
Thank you so much.
Alright, so in 30 seconds, see if it switches. We're not using this one anymore. We're using the built-in mic on Sam's computer. And we'll see if it works.
Wait 30 seconds. Hey guys, we can do a rap! Yo. Showing you guys? It's 2-0.
So if that stops, we can start broadcasting, but otherwise it's not really working.
We are semi-live.
We are semi-live right now, folks.
We are the undead commentators.
Is it not switching?
Touchdown cross. Stop.
Too bad for our viewers. They're just listening to tap, tap, tap.
What viewers?
We have 3 viewers right now.
Stop.
Right now?
But I think, wait a minute, I think this one is 1, that one is 1, and then James has his going at home, so I think that's our 3 viewers.
Well,
At least we know that it works, though. We can try it again next week, and hopefully we'll have the same glitch.
we can just delete this one.
I wish we could like launch a new one, but that would be confusing. Because we'd have a separate video and everything, and nobody would know about it anyway. But
Touchdown cross. Stop.
We are semi-live.
it's working. All right, folks, we're back because the microphone is now working. So we're gonna start broadcasting again. Sam Friedman attempting one of his famous turkey bacon melts, but Johnny Woodbury interrupts, and he tries it again, and Grant Jones interrupts, and now it is out, also known as a dud. Wow. Shrewd move by Friedman as he just tosses it right betwixt Jay Morales and Grant Jones. And Sam again takes off, but It is a wallop. It is ruled as a wallop. It was in. And Ben David Saber trying to TBM it himself, but is interrupted by Sam Friedman. Some intense play here, and Jay Morales nearly
just over the line.
Just past the line.
Save. And David is attempting a turkey.
He's giving it a shot. Cletus is giving it a shot.
Oh, no. Sam of the disallowage.
Sam of the disallowage. He's not only an expert at the turkey bacon melt, but he's also very shrewd with his disallowages. And folks, we are taking a sermon break. We will be right back after this word from our logo.
And play has started again at the game. Oh, there we go.
Grant Jones, who is actually a replacement for Mason Landis, with that wall. Johnny Woodbury and Jay Morales in a fierce fight now. Cletus trying to get turkey bacon melt of his own, but is interrupted by Sam Friedman. We have a guest on the show right now, Tyler Jenner. Come and say a few words.
The only words I have to say are that Isaac Shapiro is going down next time him and I play.
Is that a threat?
That is a promise.
Oh.
And since you're on his team, Paul, you too are dead.
I don't think he's going to be playing next match.
Words of wisdom.
Oh!
Tyler Jenner.
Ben managed to get it past Sam's guard. That was a nice turkey bacon. Oh!
Sam Friedman scores a wallop against himself. Should this count against his stats? Grant Jones and Sam Friedman at it again. Now Cletus scores himself a wallop. And David Saber with a turkey bacon melt of his own. And Sam Friedman scores another one of his signature turkey bacon melts. James Anderson setting the stage again. Ben David Saber again with the turkey bacon melt, but that one is too far.
The Jaybirds are really giving the Flap Attack a run for their money.
And their last opponents, the number one, was made it very, very close. Both matches, or both composures, should I say, were 9-8 as the final score.
Let's see if Flap Attack's reign can be brought to a close.
Dangerously close to hitting the thuggery there from Ben David Saber. Now Sam Friedman trying a turkey bacon melt, but it is too far.
It seems to be needing a lot of too fars.
Lots of too fars. Sam Friedman does not know his strength, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Morales dangerously close. So that one is being called out at the moment. Jay Morales dangerously close to allowing a wallet.
We have a guest on the show, Isaac. You want to say a few words?
Say some words, Isaac. Words of wisdom.
I mean, these teams just really need to coordinate as a team. They need to get a feel for their surroundings. They need to know their enemy, the ins and outs.
Well said. Ben David Saber is just too far. Ben David Saber has actually mastered that turkey bacon melt quite well. Here he is again, and that one is a wallet.
Touchdown. Cross. Stop.
James Anderson setting the stage once again. Jay Morales has himself a turkey bacon melt, another wallet for.
Was that a turkey bacon melt?
I believe that was.
Sam got it pretty close to out there.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the composure. No. And they will now proceed to switch thuggeries. And once they have,
Who was the victor in the first composure?
we have yet to determine that fact. But when we come back, we will let you know. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
To the start of the second composure between the Jaybirds and the Flap Attack.
Ben David Saber has switched to the chimney, and Grant Jones has switched to a chum. Sam Friedman's still manning the chimney spot, but Johnny Woodbury has subbed out for Flap Attack.
I feel that's an interesting move. Ben's got a lot to live up to. Without that extra height on his side, he's going to have a hard time blocking those turkey bacon melts.
That's true. Good call, Paul. James Anderson setting the stage as the constable for this match. Ben David Saber and Sam Freeman going at it.
That was a clear break of orthodoxy. Is James going to call it?
That's the question. We're discussing the matter at the moment, folks. We'll let you know if we hear anything.
Looks like he's going to let him off with a warning.
That is what it appears at this moment. And we are back in play.
Oh, nice disallowage.
Melissa Manning coming up big for Flap Attack. Avoiding that wall. That was nearly a wallop, but they recover. And Sam Friedman hits a dud. James Anderson setting the stage once again as the constable. Ben David Saber and Sam Friedman going at it.
I think Ben's getting a little possessive over that ball there.
Yeah. Some violence between the two. And Abby Anderson hits it over. That is a wallop. Nice job by Abby. James Anderson setting the stage once again. Sam Friedman with a TBM, a turkey bacon melt.
Possession wars.
There's a dud. Nice catch by Jay Morales on the sidelines. Alyssa Anderson hitting it over to Ben David Saber. David Saber with a turkey bacon melt. And that is a wallet. That's a wallet.
Sorry. Got that, Andrew? Ross? Who's that for him? Yeah. Stop.
Oh, and a nice ham sandwich.
Yeah, Grant Jones coming up big, using his head.
It seems this game is all about possession. You can't let Sam get a hold of the ball, the duck, because he's gonna get a TBM.
Yep. That's really just about the only way that Sam Friedman has gone about scoring wallops, but it's been a dominant way for him.
It seems that in these last few games, Betwixt has kind of gone out of style.
It's true. Abby Anderson taking her time setting up, and now, at last, she sets it up, and it is a wallop. We have a guest right now, Nathan Thielen. Come say a few words, Nathan.
Nothing much to say here. Just, yeah. Well, no skill there.
Grant Jones with another ham sandwich.
That's skill. And a hard face.
And Sam Friedman, another turkey bacon melt attempt, but that one is too far. Jay Morales now setting the stage between Ben David Saber and Sam Friedman. And Sam pulling it back, and he scores the wall. Sam Friedman with yet another turkey bacon melt.
Oh, nice.
And the thuggery goes tumbling down.
It seems Sam almost pulled a James there.
He has been known to do that from time to time.
5-5.
Current score we have been notified is 5-5. We have a nail biter.
Oh. 1 minute left. The Flap Attack could be looking at their first lost composure.
That is true. Flap Attack has yet to lose a composure, and Sam Friedman, another turkey bacon melt.
Stop. 41 seconds. I think that's betwixt.
Sam Friedman shoots it. Is it betwixt or is it not?
Controversial call.
There is controversy.
I think Grant made a good disallowage in that one.
And that one is a dud. 22 seconds remaining. We are now entering hysteria. And Sam Friedman goes tumbling down on that one. 6-6 is our score.
We are still tied in hysteria.
And thus far, we have not had a match head to a third composure, but this could be the first time. The first composure was won by Flap Attack 9-6, and this one is just a little bit closer now with Ben David Saver manning the chimney. Sam Friedman now trying to regain his position as the chimney as he steps over the thuggery.
There's a lot of received backs there.
6-6, 17 seconds remain. Sam Friedman going for it, and that is a wall.
Stop.
There's a wallop. Abby Anderson coming up big, and the game remains close. In hysteria, 7-7. And there's a good disallowance, avoiding the wallop by Ben David Saver, and the score remains 7-7 in hysteria.
We don't have much time left. It's going to be the next wallop that's going to decide it.
That is all.
Oh, and it looks like the Flap Attack will not be dethroned.
They will not be dethroned. That is our final, folks. 8-7 in the second composure. Flap Attack wins once again. We will be right back with the next match.
After this word from our sponsor.
From our sponsor, which consists of a logo. We'll be back right after this.
I save it. Oh, there we go. All right, we have audio again. So after a short spat in which we realized we had no ballyhoo and have now supposedly appointed a ballyhoo, I think we're ready to go again.
And when I start it, I'll walk around here as you can see it.
So it's 1-0. Legion of Legends only mob to score thus far.
There's now a new fancy clock. I'm not sure if it's actually keeping time.
Yeah, me neither. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. Not really, but it's a good thing to say.
Especially when it comes to keeping time, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah. I was a betwixt. So it looks like it's 2-0. Still Legion of Legends leading. And we have an overly hasty stoppage on Ricky Manning of the Legion of Legends, I think. Maybe not.
There's dissent and outright mutiny in the alley as we speak.
That sounded painful, whatever Ricky just did to jump out of that chair. But it looks like he's getting... Alright, looks like Jet Ricky is back in. And it sounds as though the reasoning behind that is that both of them committed the same penalty at the same time. That would be interesting. I would like to see a 2-on-2, at least for 26.2 seconds. 2-0, still Legion of Legends. They're so far shutting out the franchise, which has been a rare occasion so far. Never mind. Forget I said
2-1.
2-1. Nathan's very happy with himself.
Is that a wallop?
It was a wallop. 3-1. We have 3.5 minutes remaining in the composure. Very low scoring compared to the other composures for sure. And there's a ham sandwich by Jaybird. He's not actually playing, but hey, we'll give it to him. I don't know if that goes down in the stats. We climb the looks like it was called a betwixt. Four to 2. 4-2 is the score. Another ham sandwich. There have been
It's a lot of ham sandwiches in this composure.
A lot of ham sandwiches. It doesn't have a no. There's no history. If the camera just shook, don't blame me.
This is a kind of cool angle.
Yeah, I like this. You can So a double ham sandwich, one of us trying to dislodge didn't work out. I do like this angle. You can thank our cameraman Josiah Friedman who conveniently bumped the camera into this angle. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool angle we got. You want to jump in this mic? You can jump in. Do you want to jump in? Does anyone want to jump in? We're in hysteria, apparently. They're all looking back as though somebody has something to hide. But I don't think they do.
Hey, what's going on here?
Alright, I have a new co-commentator, Paul. Have you been on before?
Yeah, I've been on before.
Okay, so you'll know him. You'll recognize his incredibly awesome and steady voice.
Well.
And it's disallowed by Robert. Looks like the franchise is playing a bit defensive at this point.
We're seeing a much closer played game than we've seen before. It's much more down on the table, much more in on the players. Oh, getting some air there.
Nice double hit by Nathan.
I'm gonna get out of there.
And a wallop for Legion of Legends. The name certainly is a mouthful, but apparently it's working. We are in hysteria. I think Nathan is complaining about the conversation topic. Nice disallowed by Robert.
I'm sensing a little less of the passion that imbued the previous games. It seems to be slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, it could be just the end of the night. I don't know. Nice little dance James / Fabio did over there to avoid hitting that duck. Well, there's some energy. On the line, very nice. Very nice by Peter / Peter. Or you can call him Peter. Unless you really like to call him Peter, which is, you know, that's cool too.
He would not be disallowed.
Torque is doing a very good job of going through these disallowed. A lot of them just aren't quite going his way.
1 second.
So apparently we have a faulty iPad app that allows time to go negative. Nonetheless, the composure is over. So now they switch sides. Did you happen to know what the score was for that first composure? Jesse!
I've been left alone with an open mic. Never a good idea. No telling what might happen.
You definitely didn't notice that I went over there and asked for the score, because I definitely didn't. It was 6-5 Legion of Legends in that first run, so Ricky's Mob holding their own to start this match. So what's your opinion on the use of hats in Flappery?
I think they should be banned. I mean, they're sort of like a substance, you know? You got horse pills and you got hats. I mean, they protect your head, and then they got that brim thing going on. It's like someone get a ham sandwich and then bounce it off the back of their brim and score wallop that way.
That's true. I never thought of that. That's a new strategy. We should attempt to employ that should hats not be banned.
And if you've got a hat with like a really big brim, you could like use it to blind the opponents.
That's true.
What if someone got one of those miner hats with the lights on them?
Yeah.
Then we'd really be in trouble.
I suppose it would be a good idea to specify which types of hats are allowed to be used. Nick looks ready to do stuff. You can see him on the left side of your screen. Now he doesn't. Yeah, he does. I think that was a double ham sandwich. I think Torque/Dominic Torquato should go to the go to a circus and spin volleyballs on his head. I think he could do well. I believe that was a disallowed. If you have to get into the shot to, do you want to say something to the viewers?
Hey guys, it's been a lot of fun so far. Bunch of gridiron warriors going at it right now. A lot of black shirts out there.
There are a lot of black shirts. That's true, and half of them are Arby's. No, actually, that'd be 2/3.
Good math, Pacho.
Yeah. Well, you know, God is a God of second chances, so I'm banking on that.
Inspiring word to all 5 viewers out there.
Yeah. Probably some of which are us. That was neither Paul nor I, just so you know. I know. I do eat a lot of
Mom texted you. Where are you?
That's not me.
Somebody got a text from mom.
Oh, that was pretty cool. The way that the spikes of his head just
And we have Josiah Friedman on our program, ready to give a special message.
There you go, folks. Josiah Friedman himself. I'm not sure if Robert helped or hurt that one, but either way, it was a Wallace for the Legion of Legends. Footlong.
It's a ham sandwich now.
Nice. That was very honorable. Well said, James. / Fabio. Way to be there, Andrew. Way to be there.
Yes. Guys, got 3 minutes left. Samuel Friedman.
Ah! My name has been called. I responded on my computer.
Your movie gonna do right this
Wow, now that is some art.
We're seeing the ceiling come into play quite a lot this.
3-1, the franchise is up. They're looking to even the composures. This could be the first third composure we've had all day. Every one has been ended in 2 composures, every match.
Good work, Jesse.
Well played by Peter. Nice disallowance by KT. As they say, Jaybird, Jaybird, Jaybird.
Well, who says that?
James / Fabio.
Oh.
Maybe I should just pick James or Fabio.
We could call him
Very nice disallowance by Ricky.
Fames and Habio.
Fames and Habio?
Fames Habio.
I could do that too. Jabia.
Jabia the Hadia.
And another wallet for the franchise. For Rob Burrito, who ironically works at Arby's.
Nice ham sandwich. Ham sandwich for Peter.
Ham sandwich for Peter.
This has been the game of the ham sandwich.
Peter has been very honorable this game. Wow. Very
Some
nice
great
reflection.
gymnastics by James.
Yes. Team Arby's. Apparently, there is a motion for the franchise to be renamed Team Arby's.
We'll have to invent a roast beef sandwich.
I wonder how ironic it would be if the Team Arby's scored a turkey bacon melt. There's a lot of irony in this. We have 20 seconds left in the composure. It looks like the franchise has this one. But you never know. You never know. Ricky Manning's making an effort to bring his team back and end it into composures like the rest of the matches today. Good defensive play by the franchise so far. Peter has been a defensive beast. It was a very nice duck there by KT.
Well, that was called a wall up. It's going to be scoring in the final seconds of this game.
IFL is brought to you by Flappery. I wish we could have station breaks.
We definitely need station breaks.
Yeah.
And station food.
And station food. Wait, did you say food?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Brought to you by Arby's. I mean, we're basically advertising them with our logo on Robert's back.
And I bet we can give them advertisement cheaper than the NFL.
That's very true. So, final score 7-3. Franchise overcomes Legion of Legends. Appears to send it to a third composure, for which they will, barring some pain, switch sides. A lot of honor from DT/Torque/Dominic Torquata and Peter.
Seriously, he's good as 3, 2, 1.
Looks like we have an intense rock, paper, scissors match going to determine who plays. And I'm not entirely sure who won or what winning means. Dominic won? Okay, so it looks like Dominic's back in. And Nick Woodmansey will wait another composure. We conveniently have Kevin Teplick's sunglasses over here, wondering if we should sabotage them in some way, such to render him useless for the next match. Huh? Next week, anyway. This is the last match of the day.
Double disallowance for Florida and Manning. Left down cross. Stop. Cross. Stop.
Nice ball up for the franchise. Very strange sound effects put on by Nathan Johnson. Well played by Robert.
We've seen quite a few more TBMs this composure so far.
Yeah. And not as many ham sandwiches as the last composure.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Ham sandwiches make Flappery just infinitely more exciting. That was the thing. Which I'm pretty sure it's not.
That was 5 seconds we could have scored.
Very nice arc there by Peter.
The franchise has really hit its stride. Oh.
After losing in the first composure to the Legion of Legends, they have come back and now have a weak but nonetheless existent handle. on this composure. Peter going again, going at it again. That time it's out. I think that's actually to the right. My bad. Oh. Nice disallowage by Johnson. Johnson really firm and ready for the disallowage, but not quite able to get it done.
As far as the Legion of Legends goes, it seems that KT has got a fairly good handle on those TBMs. He's a very valuable player to his team.
Well said. Peter is fairly new to this game, so it's pretty awesome if he's performing as he is.
Touchdown, cross, stop. Yeah, don't get too hurt.
Looks like it landed in their laps.
Touchdown, cross.
If there wasn't an entire family here to take the shame, there'd be a lot of shame on them right now. Well played by Manning.
A disallowage ham sandwich.
Laps down, cross. Stop. Laps down,
It's a
cross.
strange noise.
Stop.
Nice disallowage.
Keep your butt on the Flappery.
Well said, James.
I mean, I can't see your butt, so good.
That was not so well said, James.
Guys,
Oh, no.
it's okay. You did a good job that time.
We would like to give a shout out to Andrew Eaton for saving the camera on that play. It's very honorable.
Laps down.
Even though we do like the camera tilts.
That's true. Can't argue with that. And there's a wall. It's 5-5, which generally means that nobody's winning.
Disallowage and score.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of that. Very impressive on the part of him. Nice play by Manning, 7-5, Legends on top. Who do you think has been the surprise of this game so far?
I don't know. Who would you say?
I'm gonna go with Peter. I don't. To be honest, I may be slightly biased because I've never seen him play, but he's proven himself. Nice. That was like a double disallowance by Dominic and Ricky. We have a discernment break called by the franchise. I don't know if it should be called a discernment break if all they do is move their chairs up. There's not a whole lot of discernment.
Well, perhaps it is a post-discernment break because they discerned that they needed to move their chairs and then called a discernment break.
Ah, okay. So the discernment comes before the discernment break actually happens.
Yes. I think we may have a problem in tenses there.
Yeah. Don't worry, faithful audience. You know what you mean.
Or do you?
Yeah, or do you?
Well, 5 of you seem to.
Yeah. Lucky number is 5. KT, like you said, once again at first. Turkey bacon melts. Well played by Andrew. He's just all over it today. In case you didn't see, he caught that. before it landed and caused mass destruction.
We are now in hysteria.
9-5. I would assume the legends are up. And I was JT's being insanely patient.
Oh, and it pays off.
It does pay off. Patience pays off, folks. You heard it here first. Or maybe 12. But nonetheless, you heard it here. That's what counts.
That was holding. Ricky, you have
Well played by Manning. I think we should give an assist to Dominic's shoulders.
Let's go for injuries.
We're going for injuries?
Injuries! Enter reserve list! Yeah! Play by the Play by
We have a new strategy for the franchise. Play violence, injure the other team. Let's see if it comes back.
Oh, they seem to be scoring a couple wallops there.
More, 5 seconds. Play on, Ricky, come on!
Oh!
That was betwixt. That was betwixt.
Hey, Andrew, did we run that extra 4 seconds back in that?
Hey, it happened twice, remember? It happened twice. We had to say it's 8. It happened twice.
We are adjusting the clock back to 6 seconds.
That could be a game changer.
It could be a game changer, very well said.
Both of those times we did adjust the working time.
You can see our wonderful photographer, Josiah Friedman.
You didn't touch it. It's positive.
I don't even know, dog.
You gotta trust this guy over here.
Looks so sketchy.
There we go.
5 seconds.
10 seconds.
Ross.
Nice disallowage by Beck.
But that may have cost him the game. Time is of the essence here.
Yes.
Oh,
And that.
I bet that's it. It's a very powerful move by Beck, but it may not be enough at this point.
We don't stop to the end, baby. I call you. Can't stop, won't stop. Hey, half the game is split over there. Half the game is split over this right here.
Bus. Stop.
Ooh, Dave. Hey, Joe, I would like that.
And it looks as though that is the game. Legion of Legends pulls out on top despite very strange strategies put on by the franchise, such as calling themselves Team Arby's and the method of violence. Neither was appeared to work.
And that is it, folks.
Isn't that awesome? That is very awesome.
Josiah our photographer is taking careful pictures of what the alley looks like.
Yes. In case you didn't know, it was a white table with black legs. I don't know if that sounds racist, but maybe it does. And now it looks like he's taking a picture of the camera, which is sort of ironic considering he's taking it with a camera. That is, in fact, my camera. Oh, well. Well, thank you all for watching. We may or may not have a post-game show, so if you would like to, stay tuned. If not, thank you again for watching the IFL Week the 1st. We hope you enjoyed what footage actually wound up turning up. And if there is no post-game show, we will see you next week.
Yeah, dog.
Well said.